Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today on Hanging Out in the Garage, we're going to be discussing how bad the stock headlight is on my 14 Ultra Limited. Hang on. Okay everybody, I'm sure most Avians that ride Harley pretty much know that the stock headlight, they're horrible. I did not realize how bad it was, but I was recently, a few weeks back, or a couple of weeks back I guess, was at the Loretta Lynn bike rally down in Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. It's the TMMR. And one night while leaving out of there, heading back to where we were all staying, it was just me and my wife. We had stayed late for some of the concerts, and so we were traveling back by ourselves. And this road couldn't be called really a 2-lane road. It was like a 1.5 lane road, completely canopy covered with trees, and hardly no houses, so there was no street lights anywhere, no houses really that you passed, very many anyway. No paint markings on the road. It was probably 11 p.m. or so, and I literally couldn't see 25 to 40 feet in front of me. It was horrible. I mean, it was like being blinded. It could not, and this was a little old curvy road too. I mean, it wasn't hairpin turns, but it was a curvy road. I found myself doing 10 miles an hour or less because I had no idea what was in these curves. I couldn't see far enough ahead of me. If somebody was standing in the road, I probably would have hit them. So I decided it was time to change out the factory headlight. So what I opted to go with is from Eagle. I've seen reviews on them. People seem to like them, and my gosh, they have to be better than this factory light. But this is it's got the halo. It's the black. It's got the black background to it, or accent, and with the halo. And also, I will be replacing the passing lamps as well. And they're the same. They're the black accent behind it with the halo. And what I will attempt to do is I've already done some video riding at night for a comparison. So what I'll try to do, because if the program that I use to edit will allow me, I'm going to try to do a split screen with a before and after. If I can figure out how to do it, my editing skills are subpar, but I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. If not, they'll run consecutive. And this is really not much of an install video, other than I would just like to see the comparison between a stock Harley light and this Eagle headlight. I will move the camera over and just watch as I'm doing the install. I'll probably just fast forward through it unless there's something of interest to it, but it's a headlight. How hard can it be? But we'll see. But hang on, let me get this camera moved. As you can see, Headlights installed, passing lights are installed, everything's working, high beam, low beam, halos, everything's working. All I gotta do now is, when it gets late, I'll probably take this out and go the same route that I went last night with the stock headlight. That way I can try to do that side-by-side comparison on the same road and to see if these Eagle lights are worth the price that I paid. They have to be better than what I had. That was, my gosh, that was awful. I just didn't realize how bad my headlights were until that night a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I'll come back after I do the ride and do the comparison and tell you what I think. So let's wait for it to get dark. Okay, I did the ride last night. As soon as I got on this thing last night and started it up, I mean, it was a little after 10 p.m. As soon as I pulled out of my driveway, I could tell a huge difference. I'm not going to say it looked like a gigantic spotlight going down the road, but compared to the stock light and what I'd seen previously, this made a world of difference to the naked eye. I hope that you can see the difference in the video. I think you will be able to tell at least some difference. But like I said, to the naked eye, riding the bike, it was it was so much better to be able to see a little bit further out in front of you, and especially on the brights. The brights, you could actually reach out there pretty good. The only issue that I had was the halo light on the headlight. When you would turn the brights on, it would go off. And I was kind of unhappy about that until I actually read the directions, which explains to you that if you want to have the halo light on with the lights on bright, that you have to wire a separate 12 volt keyed or powered source to the red wire that's to the side of the wiring harness on the headlight. And once I've done that, the halo stays on now, whether it's on bright or dim. So I guess the question would be, would I recommend these Eagle lights? Well, I absolutely would recommend them over the factory. I can't compare them to some of the other leading brands out there because I've not tried them. But for the price point, these were less than half than some of the leading brands. And this is with the headlight and passing lamps. I do know that a couple of companies, just the headlight is $800. I paid about $350 for both the passing lamps and the headlight. So yes, I would definitely recommend them, definitely over the factory lights. But that's going to do it for now. And if you guys thinking about it, yeah, hit that like button and hit the subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, everybody be safe out there.